southpaw, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, currently residing in Dorado, Puerto Rico. Oleksandr Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
Well,
this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Dorado, Puerto Rico, a social media superstar and rising contender known as El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
and of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
This is like being at a carnival. The fans are happy to be outside, and on top of that, they've got a fight to watch.
No doubt about it. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? Nice hook there. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Nice straight. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Insane action. Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still...
win this round.
And there's the bell for round two. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
He blocks that jab. They exchange punches. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Listen, be smart when you go out there.
There's the bell to start round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. Nope, that jab not going to score. No rest for the weary. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next.
It's a tough fight.
Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
The straight right just misses. Left hook doesn't find its target. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
There's a counter shot. stamina is off the charts. Every time they throw a shot, they get... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to...
You're starting to make mistakes and switching up.
Back into the fray here in round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook was off target. A perfect counter shot. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Both men step back for just a moment. The straight right just misses. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And he misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
Come on, you've let him back in the fight.
On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Nice counter shot. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A perfect counter lands. And he did catch him! He caught it clean! Clean as a whistle! The stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Here comes round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Well done with that counter shot. Incredible work rate. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Nice counter punch. Good counter punch. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. The straight right just misses. Nice count. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the... And there's the bell for round 8. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. There's a scoring blow. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through it. Usyk couldn't take anymore, and down he goes! How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out!
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is not...